All right, I want to talk to you today about picking the perfect passport because we have a lot of people that just go back and forth trying to figure out what's the best passport to get and what do you look for and everything. You know, there's so many things that you have to look at when you're going to get a passport, but I'm going to tell you the important things that I would be looking at before you make a decision. This is I'm walking here on the golf course. Marriott Golf Course runs right next to the ocean here. That's the thing I like about living in Frigate Bay. It's almost dark here today, but I wanted to show you here the view up here. It's a little bit when the sun's kind of coming on my video here, but you're right here on the golf course. It's just beautiful at nighttime or in daytime. It's just the weather's so good, no air pollution, stuff like this. That's the thing I really like. And that's one of the things I was going to tell you about too, is if you're picking a second passport, I would be considering a place that's a nice place to go live that has, I would say, you know, zero air pollution. I mean, that to me, that's important. I think that's more important than anything in the world is your health. And a lot of people just don't look after their bodies like they should. But so let me tell you some things I would be looking for. Okay, number one is I would be looking for places for sure that don't have a military requirement. But you see what's happening with Ukraine, with all this mess that's going on. These people that are coming back with chopped off legs, arms. If there's a lot of them are not coming back, they've had thousands of people dying over there. They basically closed off the borders and everybody had to fight. Okay. There was pretty high age limit. I don't know what it was, but you know, I don't know how you think about that war, but the point I'm trying to make is this is what happens when you have conscription and you know, you're sucked in a war and you don't want to be in it. Okay. And not just you got your kids also. Look at what's happening with Russia. All those people running out, they're giving them a possible 10-year prison sentence, you know, if they don't fight. So, you know, this is, I mean, I would definitely make sure you put that on your list, making sure you don't have to, you or your children have to go to battle, okay, and or sign up for military service. All right, that's one thing. The other thing I would be telling you to look for, and I've mentioned this before over and over again, folks, stick with pure tax havens. Okay, I think territorial tax systems are good, but I like pure tax havens better. Okay, because you can run a business locally as well as outside the country and pay no income tax. Okay, now if you look at the fast track programs in the Caribbean, there's only two that really come under that, and that's St. Kitts and Nevis and Antigua and Barbuda. Now I've got tapes, you can look at those. I don't have time to put them today, or why I like St. Kitts so much better than Antigua and Barbuda. One of them is there's no requirement for Social Security tax if you're self-employed for yourself, okay? With St. Kitts, there is a requirement with Antigua and Barbuda, but there are other requirements too. I just don't have time to go. You can go back and look at those old videos. Now, another thing too is when you're getting citizenship, you want to be looking at visa-free travel. That's real important because I'm telling you, getting visas is a pain in the butt, okay? Time consuming, it's a hassle. And that's why so many people they want to get a second passport. St. Kitts has more visa-free travel than any of the fast-track programs in the Caribbean. At 162 countries, visa-free or visa-free on arrival. In fact, I actually checked in the Caribbean. There was only one other country that had similar visa-free travel, and it tied with St. Kitts, and that was Barbados. But Barbados doesn't have a citizenship by investment. They've got a residency by investment program. It will take you years to get the passport, and there's no guarantee you'll get it. But St. Kitts, you can get the passport as quick as 45 days. Now, so, you know, visa-free travel is really important. Taxes is important. You want to get that as close to zero as you can. Military requirement. You want to make sure you and your kids don't have to be inducted in some sort of military adventure, okay? And you also want to be in a place, as far as me concerned, I like being in a tropical setting where the weather's nice all year round. That just, man, that means so much. I mean, taxes is nice, visa-free travel is nice, Not having this military conscription, it's not having it is nice. But I'm going to tell you something. When you wake up every day and you get a sunny day with perfect weather, man, it makes a huge difference in your outlook on everything. You work better, you exercise better, everything is so much better when you actually are in that situation. Now, I'll give you an example right here. Ireland, if you go on the internet, Ireland has got really good visa-free travel. You know, they got one of the highest suicide rates of any place in the world. One reason is every day you get up, it's damn rainy and freezing cold, okay? And, you know, it's that's the thing you're going to have to deal with. And there are a lot of people that are alcoholics. Man, they've got a real problem with alcohol there. I guess maybe because it's just rainy all the time. So everybody's spending time in the bars, I guess. I don't know. But, man, that means a lot to me. We don't say too much about weather, but it makes a big difference to me. Now, some people do like freezing cold weather, so that's something you have to consider. It doesn't get really, really hot here, though. Not like Florida. That's why I like here. You've got nice tropical weather all year round, but it's not blazingly hot. I don't even remember it getting up to 90 degrees here. The only thing it changes is the humidity. The temperature only changes here about 5 degrees per year. So this is one of the things I look at. I like a nice weather that doesn't have monsoon season. And you hear about hurricanes all the time. I've been here 15 years. We've had maybe 3 or 4, but you have cement houses, and we've just never had an issue with that. And there are houses here, they're wooden houses dating back to the 1740s. We got one for sale, and it's still standing. It's not even cement, it's a wooden house, okay? So that's a lot of that's just BS. Now, some other things I would be looking for too that a lot of people don't think about when you get in a passport is what is the location of where this place is, okay? Let me give you an example. Vanuatu is out in the middle of nowhere, okay? If you ever want to go there, maybe you got a property or something there because you got citizenship or whatever, that is, unless you're from Australia or New Zealand, man, that is way, way, way away, okay? What I like about St. Kitts and Nevis, you've got accessibility to Europe, around like a direct flight, Canada, the US. You can get places quick and direct. You don't have that with a lot of these other places like Grenada and Dominica. You have to connect, go from one place to another, and then it saves a lot of time and flight fees too, because you don't have all these connections and crap you got to do. So this is something a lot of people don't think about, is the location accessibility to different places and get there quick, okay? Some other things too you want to think about is being able to get accessibility to foods that you like. Now you might say, well, Tom, wait a minute, I'm getting a citizenship by investment. I don't plan to move to that place. Yeah, but you need to think about it, because I'm going to tell you, I wasn't going to move here, okay? But what I found out was, because you can get citizenship, it allows you to do things that you normally couldn't do if you were a resident in another country. A lot of countries bar you out of opportunities, so you end up coming back to your roots, where your citizenship is, because what happens is you're able to have rights of setting up companies and businesses, or even working for someone. I mean, I would never work for somebody, but if your kids, you know, most of the people that come here, even if they're wealthy, their children usually end up working for someone else starting off. So if you want to do that, if you come to a place like St. Kitts, you want to be a place that they're going to like also. It's a livable place. And you want to be able to get hold of things that you want to buy. I can get anything here just about, and if I can't get it, I order it on Amazon. And it's gotten to the point now, almost everybody has ordered something from Amazon, even living in the US. Instead of going down the street to Walmart, they ordered on Amazon, it comes to their door. That's what happens here. So it's not a lot of difference. You can buy the stuff through Amazon and get it just delivered to you, okay? Now you have to clear it through customs, but there's companies here, they'll actually include that. They'll actually go out and do all the stuff for you. and all you're doing is paying a $12 US shipping cost. That's from the US all the way here. I've got other videos on that. You have to look at that. But these are things that people don't think about. You want accessibility to good internet, and they've got really good internet here. I've been to a lot of places in the Caribbean and other places around the world that didn't. Dominican Republic is one of the worst, probably internet of anything I've ever seen. The internet's really, really bad there. Philippines is pretty bad too, okay? And but the internet here is that they do a good job on it. And being a small country, it's a lot more nimble in getting things done without political crap. Both parties, as I mentioned before, are very conservative. Neither party wants an income tax here. You want to pick a place that has that type of attitude. And I had somebody one time, they said, well, I was talking about Dubai having a dictatorship. And they said, well, Tom, the only way you're going to be able to get something that's real conservative, you got to have a dictator that dictates what the law is, because usually what happens is when you get in a big country, if people vote, they vote for the freebies and the handouts, then you come out with high income taxes. And that is true. That's a good point he brought up, because that is true. And it's unfortunate that a lot of times in dictatorships, you have a problem where you have to literally get a dictator to come in and make decisions to bar out crazy attitudes like that. But there are, democracies. One of them is St. Kitts and Nevis. Antigua and Barbuda is another one that, with neither party, and nobody wants the income tax, okay? And this is what's really nice here. But you don't have a dictator that's running the country. You don't want that. I lived in Dubai for 5 years. I got other videos on that, man. You go on YouTube and see all the people that had problems in Dubai. They've had tortures there, all kinds of crap. I'm telling you, it's. I would never feel comfortable buying property or having citizenship in a country like that. And also, Dubai does not allow dual citizenship either. Now, unless you get under these special programs where they select you, they do let you keep your old passport, but that's like the chances of you getting that. That's where the government calls you up because you got some sort of special talent they've recognized, and they've offered you a second passport. But most people are not going to get that. And so, you don't want to be in a country where they're not going to allow dual citizenship. So what you want to try to do, again, is pick a country that allows dual citizenship, that's not going to make you give up your other passport. And preferably it needs to be in a country that has no income tax, no capital gains tax, no estate tax, no inheritance tax. This is what freedom is. This is what you need to be looking for. St. Kitts and Nevis has that. There are other countries that have similar type programs, but St. Kitts is just a head over the bar. I mean, you have to look at my other videos. I've compared Antigua and Barbuda with St. Kitts and Nevis. Okay, and that's a great country, but I think it's better here. And I've gone through the different scenarios with you many times on that. To me, now, will St. Kitts be like this forever? I don't know. I mean, it could change before I die. I don't know. But I know right now, nobody here wants an income tax. So if that's the type of climate that you like, because I'm going to tell you, you're not going to see it in the U.S. The U.S. has become more and more liberalized, and I don't see that changing. I mean, that's going to be the same. It's getting worse and worse and worse on that. In fact, if you don't believe in abortion in the U.S., they think you're racially inclined. I mean, it's just incredible how much has changed in the U.S. in the last 20 and 30 years. Anyway, folks, if you want to learn more on this, on getting a second passport, making the right choice the first time around, and not having to go out and buy another one after you buy the first one, go to our website, www.citizenshipquickly.com, and ask for some help. And again, don't forget to subscribe button at the right of your screen. You'll get new videos automatically as they come out, and I would like to hear from you. If you got a question or comment, put it below, and I look forward to talking to you in the next video.